Everybody's Christopher Dixieland Farm, and we had a storm roll through here. So in the summer, lightning happens, and we do what we can to try to mitigate any damage. But there's only so much we can do. So Marissa and I were away in New York, and a storm rolled through, and now the electric fence doesn't work. And out of all the things that we do on the farm, there are two things. One is pasture and grass. That is a big part of our job. And second is fencing, keeping the horses in. That is, between those two things, 3/4 of our job of having a successful farm. And so we use an electric fence. It's a rope with copper lines meshed into it. And I'll show you a close-up real quick. It is called Electrobraid. It is the greatest horse fencing there is. And the thing about horses are that when they are ready to go, they are going. No matter what. They're going to just go through the fence if they're bolting. I've seen a horse crack through 2 planks of wood. I've seen them go through the electric fence. So the nice thing about the Electrobraid is that it bends a little bit. It's going to shock them and convince them, hey, maybe you don't want to go through this. And they keep a respectful distance. But if they do decide to go through it, they are not going to be torn up to shreds. If you have high tension wire or barbed wire, horses have completely removed all their skin off of their bodies going through fences like that. So we don't want that. We want something safe for the horses. Electrobraid is the safest, and it's also the best quality. Manufacturers do sell a cheaper aluminum version with a thinner rope. Nowhere near as good. And the nice thing about Electrobraid is that you can use these copper split bolts to do patching and wire hookup. So it's just copper, and you put the rope in between, and you just crank down, and you can splice. Real easy. So we've got a bunch of split bolts. These are expensive for what they are, but that doesn't matter. And we've got a fence tester. All the fence tester is a little bulb, and it's got 2 pieces of metal really close to each other, and we're going to be listening and looking for the spark. You won't see it on the camera, but I'll be able to hear and see it. And this goes directly in the ground. Let's go outside and I'll kind of give you a better idea of what's going on. So just a little bit of storm damage here. Okay, so here is the rope fence. So you can see how it's got the little wires impregnated into the string. There's a horse right now. You can also see, sort of in the background, how the Electrobraid goes all the way around. So the first thing we're going to do is test it right at the fence charger. Alright, well here's our fence charger here, and it's got a little storm module here, so if lightning ever came into the system, this thing is designed to blow. It's just a big capacitor. So I would test right here, do we have any spark? And problem is, this is the hottest and hardest place to touch. So if I touch just a little bit, there's a good chance I'm going to get shocked and it's going to hurt. So I never like to test here, but I don't really have much of a choice. And also I've got a protector on the electricity because lightning can actually come in through the AC line, through the fence charger, then down the ground wire into the ground rods in the ground. And that's one thing about lightning over electricity. Electricity, you can kind of predict what it's going to do and give it options that it'll choose first. Lightning, anything goes. It can do whatever it wants. It sometimes will go into the ground, then back up again, and then back down again. So all you can do is hope for the best. So let's hope, me for the best, that I don't get shocked. All right. Alright, so I can see from the fence charger, I dangled it just to make sure I didn't get shocked, that it's working at the fence. So I know this guy is good. So we're going to go outside and try to figure it out. And spoiler alert, Melissa just kind of told me where she thinks it might be broken. So I'm going to go check over there. Alright, so I'm out here walking the fence line right now. And the thing about the fence and summer is when it's wet, or when there's vegetation, what it does is the vegetation will actually slightly ground out, and you'll actually hear the fence clicking. And right now you can actually hear it clicking through the weeds. So it's real subtle. But that's what I'm doing right now is I'm listening. So I know that all this fence right here is fine because it's obviously getting electricity. And just to explain what's happening is, so the fence charger sends out 5,000 volts, but extremely low amps, milliamps. And also it is touching the ground at that point. If you touch the fence, the electricity will go through your body into the ground and complete the circuit, shocking you here. And it's only that snap. It's just a brief, twice a second, real quick, but it is not fun. And the horses don't like it. I don't like it. So that's how the electric fence works. So there are actually 3 ground rods, 8 foot long, where the fence charger is, and then you are the other option to ground out the circuit. So we're going to actually walk the fence line now and see if we can hear where it fails, and then periodically I will test. Do I have electricity? If I don't, why? And what could have happened was a tree branch could have broken some of the contacts, or believe it or not, we had once happen, lightning came, touched the fence, melted and exploded the copper. The copper was gone, disappeared. So that can happen too. That is a less fun fix. Very often it's usually just a connector, but let's see what happened. Let's go check it out. All right, so I'm going to put the tester in the ground with this and see if I hear or see anything at this point. Okay, I can hear and see it, so I know the fence is good at this point. So I'm going to walk down a bit more and see if I still get a signal or, you know, a spark. Where the fence goes around this one building, we can actually hear it snapping. So this could be the place where it's broken. What we're going to do is check just on the other side of this building. All right, for a second I thought I just heard it snap, so I'm going to test. All right, I definitely see the fence going off, so we're going to go down at another junction point and test there. I'm just walking the fence line, and I'm just testing periodically so I don't waste too much time. You know, do we have continuity or don't we? Do we have a snap or not? Look at these guys, huh? Like, what are you doing out here? Making sure you guys don't escape. That's what I'm doing. Well, hello, boys. Enjoying yourselves? Curious, are you? You're not going to make this easy, are you? Yes, Zeus? You're a little close, my friend. All the time. This is my life all the time. Now, I think I'm being followed. No? Good. Whew. All right. We're making progress. We're halfway done of where it could have snapped. So now I'm picking the corner, and I think I see something. All right, so this twig here is not good. It could be grounding out as if it was a horse. So I'm gonna gotta work quickly because I can get shocked picking it up. So I'm gonna listen for the clicks and grab it when it's not clicking. All right, well, here's the interesting thing, right? We know voltage is getting shocked up here, but not down here. So most likely either this... Ah! I just got shocked! Ooh, that sucks! So we're going to check right down here and it's probably this connector, but I know the fence works. Ow. Interesting. So, the bolt itself, I can see gets shocked. The wire itself doesn't. How do we fix that? Super simple. 1, you turn off the electric fence so you don't get shocked. 2, you loosen up this bolt, move down the wire, probably right over to here to make a new connection, plug it all back in, and then we're good to go. So it really is a simple procedure. And I lucked out. Marissa was walking by, so I got her to shut off the fence. So I'm going to just simply loosen the bolt. I'm going to move it over. Oh yeah, I can see why. All right. Make a nice contact. I can see I'm in between some pieces of metal here. Yeah, perfect. And this doesn't have to be cranked down too hard. So you can see exactly what happened, right? So it is disintegrated, the metal. Either it completely rusted out or some kind of an electrical event happened, and at this junction is where it decided to zip through. Do you want to say hello to our fine people, buddy? No? You want to keep walking? See you later. He just came in from a lesson, so he wants to go meet his friends. Out of all the repairs, that was, of course, the best for the problem. Our exterior line was completely charged. It's just the interior one separating 2 horses, and the top line was still going, so it was just one of the lines wasn't working. Usually I have it connected at different points, so that way if one part fails, the whole line doesn't go down. It's curious why I didn't do that on this line. Experience, I guess, just time that I learned these things. So split bolts were expensive, so they were like, geez, $5 a split bolt, something like that. $3 a split bolt. They add up. I know that much. So we're gonna plug in the fence, test it, and then go eat dinner. The French fries have already been in. I already grocery shopped. So for me and Tex here at Dixieland Farm, everybody, take care. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for coming out, buddy. Well, you're not buddy, of course, you're Tex, but I mean you, pal. He knew what I meant. You know what I meant.